Yeah, so you know what this is, right? This is Marvel Ultimate Alliance on Xbox. Yeah, I know, it's amazing. I bought this ages ago for $9.89. 2008. New. New and all that. See? It's new. It comes with the disc and even comes with a booklet. It tells you how to play. All the pages are in black and white because Activision's fucking cheap, but it comes with instructions that tells you how to play, and you don't care. There you go. Even for $10, the dog doesn't give a shit about Ultimate Alliance. But yeah, let's switch to some relevant footage, I guess.
And by the way, that's no joke. That's not a camera trick or whatever it's not an editing trick or whatever the case may be. It's not some kind of cover switchage or box switchage or whatever it is, or I just made up the label. I'm not that clever. That is indeed the actual price tag from 2008 when I bought the game. I bought it for $10, pretty much, and the footage you're looking at was from about 6 years ago. It's probably the most recent footage I have of this game, so I haven't played it in a while. I can't begin to tell you, if it holds up or whatever the case may be, but I might want to try it again because of the recent thing. But yeah, for a physical copy of the game, mind you, by that point the Xbox original was kind of abandoned and sort of a relic at that point because it was sort of dropped like a bad habit, but nonetheless, I did pick up Marvel Ultimate Alliance for about $10 Canadian, by the way, so you convert the price, it might be a little lower in US currency. And Activision wants you to buy the PC digital download off Steam for this and the sequel, by the way, for $40 a pop, or if you want to buy both of them in a value pack, it's $60. And apparently these are just like slight retoolings. It's not a overhaul, it's not like a brand new thing to make it look better. It's the exact same games you played a decade ago, except now they're able to run the modern hardware or something. I don't know. I look at that and I just don't get it, to be honest with you.
Now, did you know that Activision wants people to pay $40 for an old game like this? Yeah, now you're interested in this. Yeah, look at that. She's sniffing the box. Actually, she's sniffing this piece of bacon that's underneath. There you go. You know what? I could probably do that with any shitty game.
Now, reaction for this game has been mostly negative on Steam. I can't speak for the Xbox One and PS4 versions, I don't have those systems. But what I'm going to read to you here, mostly negative for Ultimate Alliance 1, negative for Ultimate Alliance 2, but I'm going to read this review of Ultimate Alliance 1 from DJ Saint, a Steam user, in which 20 out of 27 people have found this review useful, and 2 people found this review funny for whatever that's worth. I don't know. I guess it's kind of funny when you blow $40 on a game that you thought was going to be a remake or remastered, something updated for the modern age, and it's just the same old game that you played 10 years ago. So I'm going to read this fast. Bought this bundle on the day of release because I was excited to see one of my favorite games remastered and couldn't wait to discover what kind of awesomeness would have been bestowed on it. If nothing else, I figured a nice graphics update would suffice, and hopefully a game engine update would follow. Since I modded the original game a ton, this was on PC originally back in the day, this new release got me interested because of the amazing new possibilities. Except not. This game is amazing in itself, but the port is a total dumpster fire. Ooh. The day of release, controller support did not work properly at all. With any form of X input type controllers, button mappings were either ass backwards, A was really X, start was really R3, etc., or not functional whatsoever. I had a hell of a time even getting past the initial start menu, that's always a good sign. When I got in game, I couldn't swap characters at all. I couldn't use powers, I went to the option menu, and I couldn't even rebind any keys or buttons whatsoever. For direct input, the compatibility was stripped from the game altogether. This is especially stupid since the original Ultimate Alliance 1 release for PC had it.
Now what I got here is I got Robotron 64. This is probably the greatest game to grace the Nintendo 64. Just sniff it. Absolutely, you don't care, do you? Oh, it's Robotron. It's like Robotron 2084, but easier and in 3D and shit.
The user interface, the UI, is just a polished turd with a half-assed coat of paint on it. The options menu should be renamed lack of options menu. Now I know why two people found this funny. Because every meaningful option was stripped out. Graphic settings can be summarized in 3 words: low, medium, or high. Oh boy. Everything about this port is totally garbage. Which is extremely frustrating because it was already released on PC before in a perfectly working order. All they would have to do is update that version. Instead of Zoe Mode chose to port a console version, it looks like the 360 version, then shit on it. Or fuck on it. I don't know, I'm just making... Some of these 4 words are censored, so I gotta make it up as I go along. This game obviously never went through quality assurance, because even the initial start menu doesn't work properly. Or maybe it did go through quality assurance, and the quality they were shooting for is shit poor. They were hoping we would say fuck this, and just go buy the console version instead. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure is much cheaper than $40, so that's not exactly...
That's Superman 64. You like this one, really? Man, you got shit taste in games. I think I'm about ready to disown you or something. Yeah, she's licking the cart. Yeah, we're gonna disown you, and I'm gonna...
Anyways, continuing on. No original DLC, lack of options, no ability to rebind controllers, and shitty controller support at best. I refunded this game immediately. Unfortunately, shortly after I was told there was a patch that supposedly fixed all the issues. Some people even said the controls are working now, so me being a dumb fan and believing them, decided to go ahead and repurchase the game and get the patch. The patch fixed almost nothing. I used a Logitech F710 wireless gamepad, which emulates a wireless Xbox 360 controller and works flawlessly with every single other game that supports Xbox controller, except for this one because unfortunately this port is bad, and Activision should feel bad even releasing it at all. I mean, how could you possibly fuck up controller support when this port was from a console version of the game specifically designed to run on a controller?
Hello. Picked up a one of those cheapo DVD things that has like 3 movies in one. This is the martial arts triple feature Ninja Warriors, and it comprises Kung Fu Master with Jackie Chan, JCVD with Jean-Claude Van Damme, which is actually a pretty good movie. This one I've seen, it's a pretty good movie, and Knockout with Steve Austin, because Steve Austin is a ninja. Well, you learn something new every day, I guess.
To be quite honest, even Arkham Knight wasn't this much of a blatant clusterfuck on release. There is no excuse to release a 10-year-old game with no DLC, no true remastering, no graphics or gameplay updates, no way to customize controls. and no way of fucking playing it and charging. No way of fucking play it and charging $40 for it. I mean, they even fucked up trying to take the lazy way out. Instead of just re-releasing the original PC version, they ported an old console version. They did more work trying to do less. If Zoe Mode isn't out of business by next week, then something is terribly wrong because they suck. I normally don't trash devs on this hard or support people losing their jobs, but if there's one company that deserves to fold over this nonsense, it is the developer who made this shitty port of this amazing game. If you want to truly experience this game for the amazing game it truly is, please buy the original PC version. Go to the Marvel Mods forum and get some awesome mods for it, and he's one of the original modders, so he won't be disappointed. And if you want to experience the game for the complete... okay, so he doesn't like the game. And I guess that's like the emphasis is like it's okay, high price, broken Xbox 360 and one controller support, no DLC characters. Nothing seems to work. I'm just skimming through the other things. Terrible port to qualify. Okay, the screwy and yeah. Suffice it to say, the reviews for this thing aren't very good. Yeah.
Who wants to play the Harlem Globetrotters video game? I'd rather be playing Indiana Jones. But,
So, just to re-emphasize and to sort of make clear, what I just read was someone else's review on Steam, which is in line with a bunch of other reviews on Steam. Terrible port, shoddy controller support, that sort of thing, glitches and bugs and that sort of thing. I myself have not played the Steam versions because A, I already have it on the original Xbox, and B, it only cost me $10, and the thought of paying quadruple that much for a digital download confounds me, does not compute with me. I always figured the digital download should be cheaper than the physical copy, but that's just me being out of touch and old-fashioned, and what do I know? Or maybe there's something with these versions that I'm missing, that these reviews aren't telling me, but from all accounts, it looks like a couple decades old game, with only the barest of touch-ups being released full price, and that's what confounds me. But anyways, I'm not trying to persuade or dissuade anybody from buying these things, because God knows I've spent money on worse, and spent more money on things that probably didn't deserve that much money to begin with. But I'm just rambling my ass off at this point, and at the end of the day, that's the name of the game that we play on this channel. I ramble, sometimes coherently, sometimes not, but that's just the thing I do here. So those are my barest of thoughts on this whole Ultimate Alliance thing, and if there's one positive to come out of this, it's that it got me to want to try Ultimate Alliance again for the first time in years, because I haven't played that in a long time, and I'm really curious to see if that holds up. Unfortunately for Activision, I will not be buying it off Steam or Xbox One or PlayStation 4. I have my copy for the original Xbox, and it only cost me $10, and it works just fine the last time I played it. I'm actually going to try that again before I go. So, anyways, that was my 5 cents. We're done. Good night.
if I give you this piece of bacon, you have to disown Superman. She doesn't care. She got her bacon.